Hey, welcome everyone to the Murray City Municipal Council Committee of the Whole for October 7th, 2025. First thing on our agenda is 2 sets of minutes for August 26th, 2025 and September 2nd, 2025. I will take a motion and a second. If there's any corrections, that if anybody's found anything that needed to be corrected,
Nope.
then
Can we mush them together?
I don't see why not.
Looks like that's what he wants to do.
You go right ahead.
I don't know, I was setting up Scott. Toss him a little softball.
All right, I move to approve the minutes of August 26th and September 2nd, 2020.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing there's none, we will continue on. Well, our first discussion was going to be on Fashion Place West Station Area Plan with Zachary Smallwood and Mark Morris, VODA, Landscape and Planning, presenting. But we are going to reschedule that for another night. So we're going to jump right into the discussion on electric vehicles on the Jordan River Parkway with Paul Pickett, who has 40 minutes to talk about this.
Wow.
Take it away.
You don't even have a PowerPoint. What are you gonna do?
I know.
We actually do.
Oh, we do.
I have a couple of slides if I have to pull them off.
He's got vacation slides.
You know, it's happened a few times as a missionary when I show up and I'd be the only speaker for 40 minutes. Let me tell you a story. No, this topic is a serious one. It's one that deserves a discussion. And this discussion does not in any way show that I have any leaning, any direction, except that it's an issue that needs to be addressed and discussed. I don't think we'll find an answer in 40 minutes. I think we'll just peel the scab off in the first 40 minutes and then find the roots and begin digging on that as we probably discuss this item a few more times. So I just want to be clear that I'm not here as an anti-biker, electric bike, anti-anything. I'm just simply here trying to address an issue. I'm a frequent Parkway user. I am a religiously 10 a.m., 2 p.m. walker, and sometimes later on in the evening if I haven't completed my steps. And every single time I walk, I deal with an electric vehicles going way faster than it should past me. Just this morning, it's a couple of kids, probably junior high age, on electric bike that had no pedals, just pegs. It was like a little motorcycle, a guy and a girl, and just, I don't know, I can't estimate speeds very well, but it was much faster than I felt comfortable as it buzzed past me with them laughing and giggling, which I would have enjoyed as a kid too, but I don't think it was very safe. So I looked up what other cities that have the Jordan River Parkway going through them have done or have legislated, and I only found Salt Lake City as having put something in writing about what their laws are with e-bikes. You all have a copy of that in your record. Since we have plenty of time, we can read through that and discuss Salt Lake City's laws, and then we can begin talking about issues that we want to discuss relating to Murray. So let's just go through that, and I'll call on our seminary teacher to read the first bullet point.
What page are we on, sir?
We're on page dogs.
Dogs, got it.
Yeah,
College class or Meridian's bullet point by bullet point?
absolutely.
Is this like a check to see if we did our homework?
Absolutely. I don't know if you read it or not. I want to see your notes on there. Pam scribbled a little bit, but I think she
What
just
do you
did it.
mean a little bit? I even tabbed it.
Sure.
And I don't tab.
Adam, will you read for us, please?
Where are we reading?
Where it says e-bikes and other
These are the e-bike
transportation.
section?
Yeah.
Alright, motorized vehicles are strictly prohibited along the Jordan River Parkway Trail, while e-bikes are commonly ridden and accepted on the JRPT. Riders must acknowledge that they are on a motorized vehicle and use the trail in the spirit of its purpose. In an effort to provide opportunities for equal access, e-bikes are allowed. However, in the interest of safety, they must be ridden as a standard bike, meaning actively pedaled with no use of the throttle and follow all speed and yielding guidelines.
Okay. I find that paragraph interesting because it begins saying all motorized vehicles are strictly prohibited, but you can still ride them as long as you're not using the motor vehicle. Which
As long as you're not using the motor,
the motor in that motor vehicle, right?
right?
But it does create a question to me because we're talking about accessibility. There are individuals that want to ride a bike on our trails that don't have the physical strength or capacity to pedal. And I think by banning them altogether, we're creating a problem.
So how do you discern between the motorcycle, the electric bicycle, and a wheelchair? I mean, a wheelchair, I think, definitely should be allowed, and there are many motorized wheelchairs, which,
Yeah.
speaks to your concern. And also on the canal trail, it's a problem as well.
Is it
I've
really?
had complaints, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've even had complaints, and about this trail, and it's not even my district, but I've had people tell me that it's a real problem. So I think we really do need to address it, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I read the statement by Salt Lake City and I can see them saying, yeah, but no, but yeah. And I think they face the same dilemma we're facing right now. The second bullet point just simply says, and all other vehicles yet to be invented are also part of this thing, So where do we go with that as a city?
I have a question. Do they have posted speed limit signs in Salt Lake?
Do they have what?
Posted speed limit signs along the Parkway Trail?
I have not ridden up there.
Because I've been south, but I haven't been that far north.
I can't remember seeing any.
Because they say all speed and yielding guidelines. How do you know what the speed guidelines are in Salt Lake?
Yeah, I don't know. So that's a good question for a follow-up.
At the beginning of the canal trail, it says motorized vehicles are not allowed.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it's
what
already
does-
posted.
Right, what does that mean? People have interpreted it to not mean e-bikes. So
So
what else do you do?
with a sign that says e-bikes are motorized vehicles.
They are, but they're not. There's 3 different classes of
There are 3
electro
classes.
of these type of vehicles. The one that you saw this morning, that's class 3, and those are not allowed at any time.
Yeah,
So, we can have all the signs we want, we can create all the rules we want. But I doubt Chief Burnett has enough officers to patrol Jordan River Parkway.
yeah. Enforceability is zero.
Yeah, so I don't know where we go with that. I mean, it's unless we create a couple more officers riding around on bikes, it's really the only way you're gonna enforce it.
But they patrol the canal trail. I mean, I see,
Murray City does have a bike cop.
they
I
have
have
a
never
couple
seen
of them. I've seen them on.
Oh, have you? That's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
several
I've
times.
seen Salt Lake City on the northern end,
Yeah.
but I haven't been lucky enough to see them.
But on the canal trail, I have seen them.
Yeah, and they'll come to the Murray Trail every now and then too, and get on their bikes and ride up and down.
They have
but
other
it's-
duties.
It's, it's rare. I mean, they have a lot of city to patrol. And catching kids on scooters is not exactly a high priority,
I share the same concern as Scott of how do we enforce it, and I don't know if, that's what they're saying. I don't know if putting in full-time officers or wise use of resources or,
Yeah.
number one, that's not our decision.
Yeah.
That's executive, but even encouraging the executive branch to do that, I still don't know if that's a wise use of.
And putting speed limits down there.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
my concern is, okay, so we put the speed limit at what? 10 miles, 10, 15 miles an
Pick a
hour?
number.
I can't ride my regular bike, like, cause
Yeah,
when I get
road bikes
going,
go
I
way
get,
faster than that.
yeah, 15, 20 miles an hour, so, yeah.
Really, even on the trail?
Well, people are in the way, if I push people out. I don't go on the trail. I don't go on the
You
trail
have
because
a bell?
yeah, I don't go on the trail because there's too many people. Like, but if I'm really going, that's why I stay on roads because it's just I get going too fast that I'm gonna hit somebody,
Right.
and it becomes people dodging, and that's not fun.
And I have had complaints. So I don't know if other council members have as well, but I have.
Motorcycles.
So the state of Utah does have laws in place. We find it here among the many things I have open. Sorry, I'm following my daughter's flight right now. So that's what I have open. I think here we go. Give me a second while my black screen reloads. It does talk about yielding the right of way to pedestrians. There's a state law already that says
Right.
they must yield the right of way to pedestrians.
And horses.
I wonder if maybe just signage saying pedestrians have the right of way.
We've got it on the canal trail at the beginning of the,
Well, you guys have everything in the canal trail. We don't have it in the parkway.
that's why I was wondering if you did.
But you're right. There is no signage. I don't think of any signage on the Parkway Trail.
No, there's no signage that I've seen at least.
I know.
I haven't seen.
The people don't pay attention to it.
Yeah. It gives somebody a chance to go, hey, look at the sign, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have anything there.
Uh-huh. We don't have signage at all,
Well, I think you should.
you
I
know?
mean, how are people supposed to know it's not okay?
Yeah. Now, I did look up other cities outside of Utah, what they've done, and I found some interesting gate that they use on trails. I have a couple of photos on the PowerPoint. Wait, do we have that available?
We have it available.
Would you pull up, you know, and once again, this is just discussion. No one out there, go out there and say Paul is pushing for gate, okay? It's a discussion.
Email is P-Ticket.
Councilmember Pickett says he wants to have gate on the parkway. Yeah.
It's on everyone's Facebook page.
So I'm just bringing everything to the table,
Yeah.
you know. You just laugh it off and go, never.
I appreciate that you're doing this, because if you hadn't, I would have.
Thank you.
Like you said.
Thank you. I appreciate
had
that.
some-
I just want to see what other cities are doing because
Yeah.
they're all struggling with the same issue. We're not the only one.
Right.
Yeah. So we have Salt Lake City's example here, which is kind of a mixed bag of words that
Do they have signage on their part of the trail?
I don't know, that was a question asked earlier and I couldn't answer it.
So what?
I can't think
Let's
of.
go to the gate. Yeah, right there. So they have, this was in North Carolina. They have swinging gates. The one on the right swung open. You kind of see it there. It's kind of swung open. And as you go by your bike, you just kind of just push it open and walk your bike through there, which I'm sure Adam would love to do when he's going 15 miles an hour through there.
I'm thinking as a runner, I don't want to push through that.
And the other one is just zigzag gates, where, you know, as a runner, it's real easy. You just kind of, and as a bike rider, you can also, it just requires you to just slow down at that moment.
Is that accessible for someone that's in a wheelchair? Because we had that on the catwalk down on Bullion.
The one on the right seems to be more spread out and more accessible to someone in a wheelchair. The one on the left seems kind of tight,
Yeah.
but the one on the right seems to be more doable. So that would require no policeman on there. You just simply say, hey, slow down. And this kind of causes you to slow down. You know, so thoughts?
Do you put them at the beginning or in the middle?
I
or-
think you would find like narrow necks where it's kind of be, where the trail's constricted. That way people don't begin riding around it. You know, a couple places on the trail where there's like trees next to it or something like that, you would just kind of put them in somewhere in those places. I identified, at least in my segment, 3 spots that I would put them in if I were to put a gate like that. So,
I'm thinking you don't want. My thought would be you don't want to put it next to like a road because you're already stopping to see traffic. You'd want it all along passage, like right in the middle, because that's where you're gonna pick up your speed. In there. I'd be interested to see what the cost is on that.
Yeah.
Entrance on Bullion would be a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't think cost would be the problem. I do see a problem with the carts the city uses on the trail. They have little kind of these electric carts that
Yep.
go by carrying stuff. They would struggle with it. They'd have to go around, maybe take the equestrian trail and go around it.
And snow removal might end up being an issue too. Like would it pile up right there and create big mounts?
Snow removal?
Snow removal in the winter?
Do they
Do they remove snow on the trail?
Yeah.
They do?
Oh, yeah.
They don't on the canal trail.
They
I
do it
don't
on
think I've ever
Jordan.
seen them
do that?
remove.
Have I not told you my story?
Is Kim here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Do we remove snow?
Say that again? Do they remove snow on the trail?
Yes.
Yeah,
On Jordan River Parkway Trail?
yeah.
I'll tell you,
That's why
2 years ago, we
Because
had that
people walk
huge
during-
snowstorm a few years ago.
Yeah.
I went on a run, a few days after, Murray was the only one on the Parkway Trail that was snow plowed.
Yeah.
Every other city, you had snow on it, you couldn't run on it. They do a great job.
So for the 6 days a year that we have snow, that would be a problem.
I don't know, maybe
It's
this year we
7.
may get a lot.
But I'm saying like, okay, so let's say we get a big snowstorm. You gotta push it, my question is more, does it pile up right there? And now we have a blockage in the middle of it.
You'd have them just push it off to the trail, and that would say 30 right there. Yeah, but we literally had 6 days that I shoveled my driveway this last winter.
But the year before that, we had.
And
Yeah.
they use trucks on the canal trail. They drive trucks on there.
Yeah, and that would create a problem with that. The canal trail, if you don't have an alternative trail, that creates a problem. We have the equestrian trail, which allows them to go around
Wow.
those places like that.
Hey Chief, does EMS ever have to get down the trail?
We do go down the trail with our Type 6, it's a pickup truck
Yeah.
type thing. So we would be looking to.
Like for
try and
water
just make
rescues
sure
and
that
stuff?
We could use the
Well, also
equestrian
fires.
or go
And
around.
fires.
Or we would suggest like a dropping bollard, so we could just access it and then we would just carry the city key to drop it down if needed. Would be our suggestion if that's what you guys wanted. So it's possible.
So I have a comment.
Comments?
They did this up in the rail trail that's up in North Salt Lake North. Every time you cross, I don't ride it anymore as a rider because every 20 feet you have to get off and kind of wander around. And so I'm on the city streets when I would be on a trail except for those.
Because of that.
Yeah, so that's a real issue. That's a really, it's like, there's a fine line, I don't know where it is. That's why this is not gonna be solved today. This is just starting a conversation that I hope that we can come back. I mean, dig up more information, keep your eyes open when you travel, listen to your constituents, ask questions, and then once we have enough information, let's bring this issue back in here and say, we've talked to people, here's what people are saying, here are some suggestions, and we could be narrowing down about what we want to do. And from nothing to this, I think that's the range.
So my concern is we're talking about people driving around it for various things that we need as a city. Does that just create a pass where everybody just goes around it and we defeat our purpose long term?
It's kind of a pain in the tushy to go around the equestrian
Well,
trail.
an electric bike can go through there.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
they'll be up at 30 miles an hour in 10 seconds after that.
exactly. It just slows them down for a second. Yeah. So anyway, I've done all the talking. Yeah. Do you guys have anything to say on this?
I've said my comments. Canal Trail is also, I've had complaints about, and I'm on it often.
Yeah.
And
Maybe if we do baby steps first.
Baby steps on here?
No. Baby steps meaning do signage.
Signage first.
Like pedestrian
Like be
has,
kind, don't run into people, signs.
and like, maybe a picture with a bike and pedestrian gliding, I don't know. But I
Yeah.
think that if you start with signage first,
Least obtrusive solution first.
yes, and just let them know that, hey, because I'm just afraid that some dog is on a leash with a pedestrian and an e-bike or some motorized bike comes and clips the dog with the leash, then he's on the ground, the dog's hurt, the other person's hurt. We've
Yeah.
got met, but that's never happened all the years that I've
Yeah.
walked down there, but maybe if we just do baby steps first and just try signage stating that pedestrians have the right of way, please be respectful or whatever, however they want to write the signage up. And then give it a few months and see the reaction.
Some people will pay attention.
Well, if you have them sporadically along the Jordan River.
Just as a reminder,
Yes, just like, hey, remember,
because even Adam would slow down if he saw a sign every now and then.
well, maybe.
Betty would.
Yeah, he would. He's a good
Would
man.
you?
He would slow down.
That
Most
depends on
people
who's in
just
front of me.
But I think if you
Yeah.
start slowly with some kind of signage of some kind,
Yeah.
and something like this, you know.
Okay, so can we just maybe take it as an assignment to talk to our constituents for the next month or two and then
Sure.
bring this issue back in, I don't know, December, January, probably January would be better,
Yeah.
and discuss with a little bit more knowledge from our constituents. Would that work for you guys? 2 nods and 2 stares, 3 nods. 4 nods, that's close enough.
You only need 3 nods and you're good.
Well, and I mean, signage is a great idea, and probably
Yeah.
maybe some signs for the pedestrians as well. Biggest problem I have is people will have the music up too loud, or they're looking at their phone, they're watching YouTube or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
and they get upset because I surprise them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm on my bell, they don't hear me, and
Yeah.
I scare them. So
Yeah.
the dog sees me, but yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
So just be aware of your surroundings, pedestrian. I know I've seen those signs. Can't remember where.
Okay. Okay, so,
Paul, can I just make one suggestion too,
sure.
to consider, and you may want to have Kim report on this, but the Jordan River Commission has been discussing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
I saw on their agenda for this month that they are talking speed limits.
Oh, excellent.
So I don't know, maybe Kim, if he has anything to report, can at some point share what the Jordan River Commission is doing
Okay,
or talking
so
about.
we'll invite Kim to come in the next month or two and report and maybe kind of give us some guidance and directions of where we should go with this. But I just wanted you, Kim, to know that it's an issue that we need to discuss.
Yeah, and Doug is correct. It's an issue that comes up often. Obviously, it's more in the forefront now because there's a lot more electric bikes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Listening to what you're saying is the same type of conversations that they have. Salt Lake City, as you just said, has some rules that haven't really made much of a difference.
Yeah.
We do have signage, it's just at the trailheads that basically says no motorized vehicles.
Right.
Throughout the years that we've had the trail, we have done some different signage along, well, the 18th hole bridge by the golf course. We had signs, walk your bike, and then also the, over in the nature center area, walk your bike. Unfortunately, they didn't work. They make sense. It created more problems with the users and bikers who didn't get off the bikes, and then the walkers who confronted them. But I would be happy to bring the information from the Jordan River Commission. And
Excellent. Excellent. We'll send you an invite for that and get you scheduled to speak with us. Okay, that's all I have, guys. Just an introduction to the topic. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks for bringing it up. It's timely.
all right. Well, if we have no other business, we are adjourned until 6:30. Thank you, everyone, for coming.